Anthropic just released Claude Opus 4.8, and in this video, we're going to be learning everything about this new model. I'm going to build a real application with this model so that you can see how good it is at coding, its coding speed, its accuracy, the benchmarks, everything. I'm going to show you everything in this video about Opus 4.8. We're going to discuss why it was released today, why it was dropped instantly, what I think about the model, how it compares with Opus 4.7 and other competitor models. I'm going to show you everything in this video. So let's get started with this brilliant and exciting new AI model.
Alright, so on the agenda for this video, there's two things that we're going to do. The first is we're actually going to build an app with Opus 4.8 so that we can see how good the model is. And the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to read this press release by Anthropic to understand what they claim. And then we can verify that with our build. So we're going to be able to understand whether what Anthropic is claiming is actually true, whether the model actually performs at the highest level. We're going to look into all of that by building an application and then cross-checking or verifying it through this press release and what Anthropic claims about the capabilities and everything that they can do. Alright, so the application that we're going to be building is a stock price tracker app. So the user has to enter in the stock symbol of a company, and then the application will display the stock price, the live real-time stock price, and a lot of financial information about the company that the user just entered in. And the reason we're building this application is because we've built this exact same application with Opus 4.5, Opus 4.6, and Opus 4.7 on this channel. So now that we're going to be using Opus 4.8, we'll be able to compare the results to its predecessors and we'll be able to see how much better it is. And I'll be able to give you my opinion on that because I've built the same application with the previous models. So that's the reason we're going to be testing out this particular application. Alright, so I've put in this prompt, and this is the same prompt that we've used for building the same application with Opus 4.7. And the reason we're using this prompt is so that we can see the difference between Opus 4.8 and Opus 4.7. Anthropic's release of Opus 4.8 is largely attributed to how disappointed people were with Opus 4.7. A lot of people are saying this, that we were very disappointed with Opus 4.7, so Anthropic is really trying to make up for that through Opus 4.8. So we want to see if this is really a lot better and it's going to live up to its mission. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit enter and we're going to let Opus 4.8 build the application for us.
Alright, so Opus 4.8 has built the application for us, and the first thing that we're going to talk about is how long it took, so the coding speed. Now, in all honesty, the coding speed of Opus 4.8 is not better than Opus 4.7. It's not faster. And I'm saying this with honesty, I'm saying this with my assessment. It's not significantly better, and that's okay. That's not something that they need to focus on with every model improvement. Anthropic has claimed that Opus 4.8 is better in a tangible way, but there's still a long way to go. This is directly from their release, so I think that's okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test out the application, and we're going to see other things that Anthropic claims to have improved on with Opus 4.8, and we're going to verify that. Alright, so Opus 4.8 has built the application for us, and I will say that it is very, very impressive. And I can back that up. So we can see a very nice graphic over here. So I have a chart here. I have the Apple stock price put in currently. This is accurate. You can check this out. At the time of recording this video, this is the accurate Apple stock price. Now I can switch the graph. So if I want to look at the graph for 5 days, I can do that. And this is a very good looking graph, a very good looking UI, and an overall very nice presentation that Opus 4.8 has built for us. So in terms of how good the app is, I can definitely see some improvements compared to the previous application. This is really nice. Alright, so let's just scroll down. Let's see what else we can see here. So it has a lot of other financial information as well, which was something that we included in the prompt. So it's not just the accurate stock price, but it's also a variety of different financial metrics about the company that we've put in. And we can put in a different company. So if I want to put in Microsoft, I already have it over here. I can put in Microsoft, and it's going to fetch the live stock price for Microsoft, the live graph, and I can switch the time period. If I want to look at Microsoft stock for the past 1 year, I can do that. And it's going to show me that as well. So we have a very nice working application. And as you guys can see yourself, this UI is amazing. This really looks like a professional application, and this is one shot. So from a single prompt, it generated this. With iteration, it can be much, much better. But this is definitely really good. It's much better than any previous Opus model, and in general, any other AI model that I've used. And this is just a very quick overview. If you guys want an in-detail video on Opus 4.8, I can release that too. Let me know in the comment section down below. So based on this application, what is our overall overview of Opus 4.8? Well, the UI is definitely very, very nice. You can see a lot of cool things here. There's some great effects, hover effects, but I won't say that it's too big of an improvement from Opus 4.7. Opus 4.7 was pretty good at this as well.
But in my opinion, this is slightly better. It is slightly easier to use. For example, if I click on Amazon, it is very quick. It gives me the Amazon stock, and it gives me a very nice looking graph. There's a little bit of a shine to the graph, which we didn't see in the previous application. So just small details like that, I think it's much better. It's going very deep into minor details like this. I think it's probably because of the higher effort levels. There's a lot of things going on here that we don't know behind the scenes, which is actually good for us, that we're not privy to, and we don't need to be. I mean, if you go into the details, you can obviously find out what's going on. But for us, as non-technical people, for us, this is great. So we can see minor improvements here. We can see that everything is working. It's very rare for the entire application to be working on a single prompt, from a single prompt, but we have that over here, so that is also pretty great. So we're just analyzing how good the model is. We can see an analyst targets over here. So it is giving us all the required data like we demanded in the prompt, which is another good thing. So we have a variety of different financial metrics over here that we can assess. So it's a pretty good application. I will say this, to summarize, a one-liner. It is not a major leap. It is not something that we can say is a much bigger improvement like Opus 4.6 was to its predecessor, but I will say that it is a step forward. It is a step forward. It is a little bit better at things that do matter. Alright, so now let's take a quick look at the release by Anthropic on Opus 4.8. So what exactly is Anthropic saying here? Well, they're saying that we have a benchmark here that compares Opus 4.8 to Opus 4.7 on coding, agentic skills, reasoning, and practical knowledge work. But I'm not going to put too much emphasis on benchmarks. I think they're overrated. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the new features and what Anthropic says Opus 4.8 is great at. So one thing that they've said is good is honesty. So one of the most prominent improvements in Opus 4.8 is honesty. And this is something that I noticed while Opus 4.8 was building the application for me. This is something that I can vouch for. I do feel like the model is more open about where it falls short, the drawbacks that it's facing, everything that we would want to know as people directing the AI. I think it's much more open in terms of its honesty. So that is something that I do agree with. It is very honest. But this is a very limited sample space of testing that I can give you guys. If you guys are really interested in more checks on the performance and how good it is in detail, then I can release a separate video on that. Just let me know in the comments. This is just a very quick video so that you guys can understand what the model is like on a very basic level, high level. All right, so we also have dynamic workflows. This is releasing in Claude. So effort control is something that's a very big feature. So it's automatically going to be on high. As you could see when we were building in our model selector and cursor, it was already on high. These are all pretty cool stuff, pretty cool things here. And the messages API now accepts system entries inside the messages array. So this is all just a bunch of updates, pretty good. And they've been very honest here. I want to show you guys something right over here. They've been very open about what we should expect from the model. Let me just look for where it is. Right over here. So users will find Opus 4.8 to be a modest but tangible improvement on its predecessor. There's still more to be done. We're working on developing and releasing models that provide many of the same capabilities as Opus at a lower cost. So I think they're very open here. They're very honest, and that's something that we love about Anthropic. There's a long way to go, but Opus 4.8 is a minor improvement on Opus 4.7, and that is something that I can definitely vouch for. That's it for this video. I know it was very short. If you guys want maybe a more detailed build or a more detailed video overview, just let me know and I'll release it for sure. Peace.